Hello, everybody, and this is David Powell. As I promised you guys, we'd try to get on at 11 o'clock and talk about what's going on with the weather. Luckily, the severe thunderstorm warning, I think, is in the process of expiring. Mark, you might be able to tell me on it. Hey, by the way, I want to introduce Mark Booker, meteorologist. We're going to call him Met Mark, which I think is kind of a catchy tune. Mark, stand by there in weather operations. What do you think, Mark?
Well, it looks like the storm is moving past us. We've still got lots of heavy rain. Fort Campbell area did report a wind gust of 51 miles an hour, but that's just below severe criteria. But looks like our severe threat's pretty well over for the night. We should be just having some heavy rain for a little bit, and then everything should start moving on out.
Yeah, it looks like still got a few problems made over towards Russellville. It looks like the main squall line's going into Simpson County, Franklin. But right now, it doesn't appear to be severe. Is that what you're seeing?
There's still a severe warning over on the far side of Russellville, but the line itself is probably at halfway between Russellville and Bowling Green, moving on eastward.
But there's nothing tornadic in it, it doesn't look like. And I know a lot of people have been staying awake because, hey, it's nighttime, it's thunderstorms. A lot of people have been kind of flipping out, especially after that December outbreak we had back in 2021. And heaven help us, I hope we never go through anything like that again. I know they had a bad time down in Mississippi tonight.
Yeah, very bad time. The small town of Rolling Fork, Mississippi, was pretty well destroyed, and another town just off to the east of them has been pretty badly damaged as well.
Well, I'm zooming in on the radar. It looks like the backside of the rainfall and everything is really in just east of the lakes, just across the lakes. So everything will be winding down pretty soon. So a lot of people, say, "Oh, I want to stay awake. Is there anything going on?" So, well, no, not really. It's mainly just rain now. I'm getting a lot of folks chatting with me on here. I'd like to say hello to some of them. Looks like we have Jason Bandy and Annette Dunlap and Nancy Rogers, several people on here that are chatting with us, and we're glad to see you on here with us. So the main thing I want to remind everybody, be sure and hit the subscribe button, and be sure and hit the like button and the notification button. Now, that doesn't cost you anything. It's just a way of YouTube keeping up with our numbers as far as viewers go, and then they turn around and say, hey, well, maybe we can get some advertisers to advertise with you, and the more that they do that, the better off we'll be. So if you guys like this channel, we're going to have a lot more technology. This is just scratching the surface of the things we're going to be capable of doing. And especially if we have other severe events, I think we got another possibility, don't we, Mark?
Yeah, it looks like we might have another chance for severe weather coming in next week, toward the end of the week as well. Of course, we'll have to wait till that gets closer to see exactly where it's going to hit and how bad it might be.
Right. And yeah, it's strange how a lot of times you get in a pattern like that where many times they'll come in the next week, the same day, same time, almost everything identical. Let's hope that it doesn't get as bad as what Mississippi saw tonight. That was absolutely horrible.
Absolutely it was. I'm hoping we don't see anything up this way like that for a long time.
Well, this is an interesting thing. I'm kind of excited about our new technology. It's going to get better, and if you guys will hang with us, I'm still learning myself because I'm kind of illiterate when it comes to some of these fancy gadgets. I mean, I'm used to the old stick your thumb up in the air and see what kind of wind you got and things like that, and nothing like what I'm seeing here now. So it's a big learning curve for me.
It's a learning curve for all of us. It's fairly new. I never thought I'd be on YouTube streaming about weather, but here we are, and I'm glad to see it.
Yeah, and hopefully we'll be able to bring a lot more. The thing it is, we're gonna cover our region that we're gonna try to cover adequately is from Mississippi River in the west to I-65 in the east, and we're also going to try to do from I-40 in Tennessee up to the Ohio River. That pretty well is going to be our coverage area that we're going to concentrate on. Some people do bigger areas and things, but this area has been kind of underserved. And the good thing is that we're able, with all this new technology, to put people at ease. And hey, you never have to worry about us interrupting your favorite TV program. That's one good thing. So anyway, just stay tuned with us, and if we have anything else come up, I think tonight's over with. We're pretty well just dealing with rains now and flooding issues, but I haven't heard any really big flooding problems or anything.
Yeah.
I know.
Want to remind everybody that we are under a flash flood warning in this area until 3 a.m.
Oh yes, yeah. So if you live near a stream and it's flood prone areas, be sure and take precautions you may need to do in case you have to get out. I'm hoping that once these rains go on by, the creeks will stop rising and maybe we'll all live happily ever after. So anyway, with that, let's look at, let's see here, what we got here. Hang on just a second. Let me refer to my technician here. Paul Rush is our technician who's helped put some of this stuff together. What is it you're trying to tell me, Paul?
See, Josh, don't ignore your chat.
I'm sorry?
Just don't ignore your chat.
Oh, I'm not enjoying. Oh, I'm sorry. Chats, I'm not ignoring you. I promise. I'm just not used to looking at all this stuff. Besides that, I've got to have my glasses on to see you. Oh, okay. Some folks. Let's see. Glad you're doing this. Nice to have that coverage. I'm very thankful for you being on here. Let's see. That would be Queen of Creepsville. That's a pretty good handle, I guess. But anyway, and I'm glad to be talking to all of you. It's very nice to see you, and I hope we can have some more intercommunication. As I get more used to this, I'll be able to say, okay, I see these folks. Let me talk to them. So if you have questions, you can ask those questions, especially if it concerns weather. One of the other things we're going to have on here is weather school. We're going to try to teach you a little bit about the weather in the area. And I know a lot of folks have a lot of questions like what are chef clouds and what is a cap? You know, most of them that follow my Facebook page know that I try to teach them a little bit. And so I don't intend to give up the Facebook page, so don't worry about that. We're going to try to post probably not as in-depth as what we do on here because we just don't have space for it. But we're going to continue the thought. We'll continue the thought on here as well. I found a way to do it with video, and you know, with any luck that all of you will like this. And anyway, I hope you all are having a good evening. I know I'm hungry. I just got off my other job and I'm soaked. I don't know, my hair's kind of all messed up and all that good stuff. But anyway, I love you guys. It's really nice talking to you. So with that, I think we're going to end this broadcast. Mark, you got anything else?
No, just everyone have a good night. Be safe. Remember, if you're out driving around for any reason, turn around, don't drown. And I'm Matt Mark, and I'll see you next time.
See you, Matt Mark. And let me see how to stop this from recording now. Okay. What do you think?